Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are in the preparation of PST, JEST, and HST from the Synth Textbook Board Class 4. So let's get started with our new chapter, that is chapter number 8, Sound. Chapter number 8, Sound, Class 4. Number 1, first point, 105th point is sound is produced by vibrating objects. When an object vibrates, at that time the sound is produced. For example, our vocal cords are vibrating, then any sound is produced. If we hit a pen, then it will vibrate. Only by the help of vibration the sound is produced. If there is no vibration, there will be no sound also. Next point is sound cannot travel through a vacuum. We know that sound can travel through any medium, through any media. And when it is a vacuum, what is vacuum? Vacuum means a space in which there is nothing, there is just nothing. Like there is also no solid, there is no gas, there is no air, means completely it is such a space where there is nothing. And where is it? We know that on the earth always there is water. There is water, there is liquid, there are three states of matter. Now when we go into the space, at that time we have a complete vacuum, means there is no air also, there is no oxygen also, there is no medium. At that time we know that it is a vacuum, and in vacuum sound cannot travel. We can also create our artificial vacuum. For example, we create a room which is closed from all the sides, and with a vacuum cleaner or with any machine we suck all the air out of it, and then where there is a room there will be no any medium, and then when you speak anything you will not be able to speak anything or listen to your own sound because there is no media. And then snakes do not have ears. The snake do not have ears, so how do they listen? Snakes feel vibrations by their tongue. Vibrations also signifies that vibrations are the sounds, because by the sounds there are vibrations, and by vibrations there are sounds. So snakes can hear through their tongue. Therefore they hiss again and again, and they stick their tongue out again and again. Next point is sound is described in terms of intensity in decibels. We say that how much is the sound? What is the term for the measurement of sound? For the term for the measurement of sound is decibel. It is written as D small and B capital. We will be also studying this afterwards. Sounds travel fast through solids. There are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Gas, like now we are speaking, so it is in the gas, or it is in the process of oxygen, and then liquids in the water. But in a solid, sound can transfer or travel the fastest. For example, we have a plank of wood, and we speak into it, like we hit it or speak into it, so sound will travel the fastest through the solids. It will not travel faster in the water. If you go into the water and start to shout, it will be very slow in comparison to the solids. Like there is wood, like this is the marker, here we hit it and we hear from here, it will travel the fastest from here to here. Now we also know that the fastest thing in the world is not the sound, as it is reaching from here to the to any kind of device, or here from my mouth to the ears of someone. This seems like it is fast, but the faster thing, even more than that, is the light. Sound is not the fastest thing. However, the speed of sound is the fastest through the solids. Next point is unit of decibel is denoted by dB. D small, B capital. dB signifies that it is a decibel. Decibel dB. Decibel dB. The intensity of sound is measured through dB decibel. According to World Health Organization, dB must be of 75 decibels. According to the World Health Organization, it says that if there is any atmosphere, any environment at that time, the decibel should be 75. Less than that will be okay, but it should not be more than 75, because if it is more than 75, it is detrimental to our health. So World Health Organization suggests that 75 decibel is a normal one, which is okay. Then more than 115 decibel is considered as noise. When I am speaking If it is 75 decibel or lower than that, it is okay. If it is 115 decibel, it means that it is a noise, and noise is harmful for our health. So this chapter, which was sound, chapter number 8 from class 4, ended over here. Now we have another chapter, chapter number 9, electricity and magnetism. First point is the flow of electricity is called current. Current. If we have a wire, through that wire the electricity is passing. What is passing? The current is passing. So the flow of electricity, the going of the electricity through a wire is called current. Current. Materials through which electricity passes are called conductors. It's not current, it is conductors. 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 The materials through which electricity passes are called conductors. For example, this is a plastic. Through plastic, if we connect an electrical thing from here, and the electricity will not pass here, so that is not a conductor. And for an example, we have an iron rod of the similar size, and we put electrical wire from here, and then we touch it, so there will be electricity. So those objects through which the electricity can pass and give us a current, which is the flow of electricity, those objects are called the conductors. Conductors. This is not a conductor, but if we take a wire of iron, wire of copper, these are called the conductors. And the best conductor in the world is gold. And gold is not used in the electrical appliances because it is very expensive. Materials through which electricity cannot pass are called insulators. Those materials through which the electricity cannot pass are called insulators. This example is of an insulator. If we try to pass the electricity from this one, it will not pass because it's an insulator. Next one is the path through which current passes is called circuit. Circuit. What is a circuit? The path through which the electricity passes. If it is a wire, if it is a chain, whatever it is, means the electricity passes through it, that is called a circuit. Matter is made of atoms. Matter and energy and electricity are all same. Matter is made up of atoms. There are mainly three atoms. There are mainly three parts of atoms, which are called the subatomic or fundamental particles. Fundamental particles of atom. What are those? Electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electron, proton, and neutron are the three fundamental particles of atoms. Now there are charges and no charges in them. Electrons, protons, and neutrons. First of all, electron. What is electron? Electron has a negative charge. Protons have positive charge, and neutrons have no charge. Neutron. With the name we signify that neutron has no charge. Electron has a negative charge, and proton, P for proton, P for positive. We can remember them by this way, that P for proton, P for positive, N for neutron, N for negative. Neutron has no charge, N for neutron, and N for no charge. And when we remember these both, electrons is remembering easy because positive is done and no charge is done. Then what remains is a negative charge. So electrons have a negative charge, protons have a positive charge, and neutrons have no charge, neutron. Now there are two kinds of circuits. Circuits through which the electricity passes, as we discussed earlier. There are two kinds of circuits, the open circuit and the closed circuit. There are two types of circuits, the open circuit and the closed circuit. Very easy. Magnet has two poles, south and north pole. Magnets have two poles, south and north pole. And these both are parallel. When we keep the magnet over any place, so the south pole faces towards south and the north pole faces towards north. And with the two magnets as well, the opposite ones are repelled and in the same way. Now there are two types of magnets. Magnets are of two types. First are the natural ones, which are found from the mountains and elsewhere naturally, and the other ones are the artificial, which are made by the human beings. The magnets that are made by the help of electricity are called electromagnets. There are lots of magnets which are made artificially. One of them are those magnets which are made with electricity, which are called electromagnets. Iron is a metal that is given electricity, and after receiving electricity, this iron becomes an electromagnet. So today we discuss chapter 8 sound and chapter 9 electricity and magnetism. Hope you understood it very well. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Thank you so much.